Hi and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. Thank you all for tuning in. It is Wednesday's channeling. And the Q&A, we're going to have another one. It kind of like spilled over because I was sick, but we can still have one on the last Wednesday of this month. Anyone know what that date is? No rush. The 25th? And what's today?
The 18th.
Yeah, that's plenty of time to get.
Next week.
Yeah, so let's do it next week. I have about 12 questions I think so far, so there's plenty of room left. Sometimes I miss questions, I don't know how. They just go to another timeline, so if I miss questions, pardon. And go ahead and send them in if you haven't got your questions answered from last time. Thank you so much once again. And put them on the comment section below or send them to my email, rswainhart. So that's rswainhart@gmail.com. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Really? Big trucks making noise? Rawr. Shh! Church mouse. Stand by. Greetings once again to the collective. Ocyphius here. Bid you all a good day. An idea of a Pleiadian speaker from a non-evolutionary standpoint, outside of this Akashica universe of evolutionary, let's say, ideas. Stand by. Greetings to all. How is everybody?
Awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you all for joining in. There's an idea that was questioned one day by many of the individuals upon Earth. And we can speak of these ideas because we are the experiencer of these ideas. We do not understand theory. We have no intention of formalizing an idea of a timeline. This is your idea of theory. We have experienced it, therefore we can speak it as is. There is no vibration of falseness within it. It is the idea of experience that we speak that is present in the vibration translation that you feel. And that translation is that of quality. Unlike theory, many of you have experienced, what is the term? Yes, bullshit. Yes. You can feel the emptiness of it, the quality of it that is resonating with an idea of limitation classing against the natural flow of things, which is, of course, a natural flow from a non-evolutionary standpoint. But if you felt the resonation and the quality of your discernment, you would see it doesn't quite jive with you. This kind of idea. So in time, understand that you started. You. Who are you? What am I? Is the question that you had. Let's call it God. Revving it up. God had an idea. Where did God come from? How did God create another self? Am I the same God that the God is that you all know as God? Is there an outside God? Is there another God that is less or more than me? Am I not the same God? The one or all are one. I am. And if we all say I am, then who's the I am? I am. So how can you be the I am if I'm the I am? Identity. Evolution. So God found himself in a world of creation. And I would like you to understand that creation in and of itself is awareness of creation, otherwise no one would be creating, because there's nothing to be aware of. If there's no one to be aware of creation, existence, then how does it exist? Because there's no one reflecting. So God has always been. But when did it start? Great Pleiadian speaker? That's my drama part. Do you like it?
It's good.
Thank you. I went for that. There's a God. Who created the God? The best answer that you've gotten so far is God always was. Well, to the fractal mind, that's a little lackluster. Maybe it doesn't resonate. Maybe it's a pill you have to swallow. Maybe it's a trust that you just want to know about, and later you have given yourself the discipline to stave it off for a few nows so you'll get the answer upon whatever time that comes. But many of you appetite that still. So who created creation? And then when creation became into existence and aware of creation, how did creation get a thought to reflect to itself to create another set of eyes so it can see itself from another perspective? Hello, God. Hello. How are you? What? I have communications with a free will idea of myself. Questions? Lots of them. It is now within framework to have reference points available to you for understanding from a fractal point of view. If the seeker does not seek the answer, then the answer will be presented. Because through your idea of this conduit and all the speakers, the channeled, have said this. It's effortless. But maybe you don't trust it's effortless. But who is that wants to control it? The identity of separation that has given you the life you have had. If you enjoy it, awesome blossom, rock on. If it is not resonating with you, the past and the ideas, then simply be, and you shall see. So, how did God create that? How did thought actually become a thought? It's my thinker thought. Not bad, right? All of these questions are found within. And when you find the answers, it won't be anything that of grandeur. It won't be because that knowing is gained at the equality level of you realizing that you are me, that you are whole, that you are reconnected. So those answers are coming. But as God created instantaneously the infinite number of sets of eyes, now I want you to understand this. We spoke of this earlier with us, one of Roxanne's classes. Then when we say eyes, can you put that back for me, Mr. G? Mr. Tommy G? Thank you. When we say eyes, we mean awareness. Touch is awareness. Taste is awareness. We say eyes because it's easier, because you guys are, your reliability and your dependency seems to be that of highest grandeur of sight. So when you became aware, who created the self eyes? And then when you were those sets of eyes, that awareness, that could be nothing other than free will, because it's the same being duplicated. That's tangible for you. How can that be the same? How did that come to be? How am I the same? Hello, hello, hello. Well, it is. The moment you can stop identifying as a fractal, and realization will impart upon you naturally that everything that you are is awareness, and that's it. And what you create is everything that you are in awareness, which is the whole. We're getting you to diminish your attributes of identity for purposes of grandeur or belonging, all the things you've been taught on this cutting edge idea that we have now embarked upon, to start to make solutions to your resounding questions more referenceable in your framework. But we can't give you the answer, because the answer will be contradictory to your logical mind. Causation is you jumping to the identity self, and the identity self will want to call bullshit or truth. What we're giving you now is the answer. It is encouched within the vibration that you are receiving now on how it all began, why it was not when it all began, and how we are all absolutely the same age in your terms of time. We're all now. And the point of view of creation that I am is awareness of myself creation. The one God that started it all is the same God that you wake up into every morning. It's the same God. It can't be anyone else. We're tearing down slowly and nicely as we can your attributes of identification. Because the more and more you identify, the more and more you stay the same. The less and less you identify, the more experience of probable unknowns can squeeze their way into your framework and say hello to you, and then you can play with that new field of operation. The now that you are has always been the now you've ever been. The now is all that is, from the dependency of the awareness that you are to yourself. Do not play so much in the field of evolution, of the fractal, for that will construct you down a particular timeline, because the intention behind it is driving the machine of that timeline down that track. When you are accept, you are God. And you can call it in many different ways. The big God, the one, the only God, all that is. That's it. That's you. Swallow that pill. Say the words in the mirror and feel the resonation within you. The first resonation will be ah. The second resonation, the delay, the catching up in time, will be ah. Can I really say that? That's quality of vibration that's recognizable by the separated self as well as the conscious whole self simultaneously. That's what you are. Lots of fart noises today. Burps, squeezes, chewings. He's entertaining himself. So we want you to know that your appetites for particular questions will be answered as you have the discipleship within you of the mastery of reconnection or ascension. But with no focus on it allows it to be more than it's ever been within your range of framework, because you're not stopping it with your logical mind to figure out the game. Once you realize the game is simply the experience of a given and receiving in every moment by you through all the yous that you are, when you realize that, the freedom ensues. truth. Come on up, son. Let's show everyone how big he's got. Am I right? Hello, darling. Look how big you've gotten, my goodness. This little guy right here is a set of eyes. He's awareness of creation. And this is me, from the standpoint of you, starting to see something through the fresh, unknown nows. I can see from his point of view. But guess what? I translate it my way. You can see from my point of view. You just come up and being the Pleiadian I am Almatak. From that standpoint, you know me. How can you not know me when you are me? How can you not know Xander's point of view? You are Xander. But look how you get to translate all of those ideas in your mind as you. The self that you are. That never diminishes. And all the nows of all the selves that you literally are is you from all of those nows of focus. And they're all one idea. Me. God. You. God. This is edgy stuff. It may not look comfortable. It may not be full of the ahas that you've been seeking. When you tune into edge work, the edge work is just outside of the framework. But it is a bridge. Because we have given you vibration. Thoughts and words are translated secondary. Vibration is there. Within that is creation, is revelation, is evolution, is all that is. And it is effortless because it now is you. And when you realize this journey is just being the journey of the now, then all that you've ever desired comes rushing forward into you because you have not said no to yourself. Me. Just because I don't give it to you the way you think I should doesn't mean you're not getting it. So this is an idea for you to understand. Although your logical mind cannot comprehend all things given in the now is full of all that is. And you are equal, the same, as it, of it, in it. And then the fractal gets the experience of the beautiful epiphanies in the now, in the natural timing. Enjoy the ride instead of controlling the ride. Be the self of the now. With this ideas about how God started, what creation is, how thought is, when did I become, how was I chosen to exist, who am I compared to you, who is it? All of these elementary questions, literally, will be given in solutions to all of the vibrations who tune into this now. And you're all here, no matter when you're receiving it in time, right now, because we're all one. So all this will come to you. And those will release you from, let's say, a big idea shielding between you and creation, a lot trying to get into you. Because you're trying to look for something, and when you look for something, it blocks what's there. Because you can't see it. Because the looking has a vibration that is this, and what is here is this. And you're like this, and it's here like this, and you're like this, and they can't see. You can't see until you become the vibration. So that's what's happening with this. Enjoy your nows. It has been, let's say, wonderful to talk to all the me's that I am. You all are so good looking. We'll talk to you in the next now. Love you. Thank you that about what. We bid you all a good day. Adult. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you Friday and start sending the questions. I love you. Mwah. Bye.